The liver is
not like
not a
that simply
sponge.
holds onto toxins.
It has a
Rather, it is an active organ that detoxifies and removes them.
This is a fatty
Unless
liver,
you are
where
dealing
excess
with a
fat builds
fatty
up
liver.
inside. Three
There are
stages
three
of the liver.
primary issues that can
Forgotten
affect the
nutrition,
liver.
strength.
You can have a fatty liver, an inflamed liver, or a combination of both.
Following injury, the liver begins to repair
that
itself.
inflammation
Fibrous tissue
creates
forms,
scar
creating
tissue,
cirrhosis
which
is
can
a late
eventually
stage of
lead to the
scarring of the
development
liver.
of cirrhosis.
It is toward health.
To
Let's look at the
understand how to
liver.
make the liver
This is the upper
healthier and
portion,
cleaner,
and here is
we
the
must
liver
first
performs
look
over
at what the liver
500 vital
actually
functions.
does. While it has over 500 functions, one of its most critical roles is turning ammonia into urea. If the liver is struggling, ammonia backs up in the system, and you can sometimes even smell it on a person's breath. This is often noticeable in places like nursing homes, where the smell of ammonia indicates liver
It's
damage.
the liver.
This backup can eventually reach the brain and create significant toxicity. So, the liver's ability to detoxify ammonia, which comes from the breakdown of certain protein metabolisms, is vital. Another major function is the buffering of hormones. The liver helps regulate the amount of active hormones in the body, such as estrogen, cortisol, and testosterone, based on the body's current needs. For instance, if someone has cirrhosis, they might experience a massive buildup of estrogen. In older males with liver damage, this can cause the skin to become very smooth, lead to a loss of body hair, and even cause the development of man boobs due to estrogenic effects. Furthermore, the liver helps buffer cortisol. Without this function, you may feel constantly stressed. As estrogen levels rise, testosterone levels typically drop, leading to a loss of muscle mass, energy, and libido. Additionally, the liver is responsible for 80% of the activation of thyroid hormone, converting the inactive T4 into the active T3. Without a healthy liver to facilitate this conversion, you may begin to develop symptoms of hypothyroidism. Growth hormone, often called the anti-aging hormone, is also deeply connected to the liver. It is responsible for building proteins, aiding sleep, and promoting longevity. This hormone works through the liver via an extension called IGF-1, which performs nearly identical functions. If the liver is compromised, growth hormone cannot function effectively. Similarly, vitamin D must be activated by both the liver and the kidneys. Without proper liver function, you cannot benefit from the active form of vitamin D. Most blood tests only measure the inactive form, assuming it is being converted. But if the liver is damaged, you aren't getting a true picture of your vitamin D status. One of the liver's most famous roles is detoxifying poisons, like pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, heavy metals, and toxins from cigarettes or alcohol, into harmless water-soluble particles. If this process fails, toxicity builds up in the body. The liver also produces bile, which is necessary for extracting fat-soluble nutrients from your food, including omega-3 fatty acids and vitamins A, D, E, and K. Without sufficient bile, you will face nutrient deficiencies and lose the ability to create an anti-inflammatory effect in the body. Another key role is the storage of glycogen, which is stored glucose. The liver holds this glycogen so you can run on fuel between meals. If your liver is fatty or dysfunctional, such as with cirrhosis, you cannot rely on these glycogen stores. This creates issues for the brain, which does not store its own glycogen and depends on the liver's supply or the food you just ate. Unless you are on a ketogenic diet and running on ketones, many of which are also generated in the liver, a damaged liver will cause fuel problems for your brain and other cells. Until recently, the magnitude of the liver's importance to the immune system was not fully realized. The liver contains specialized immune cells and numerous lymphatic sinuses that protect the body from various angles. As liver function declines, so does immune function. To protect this organ, there are specific things you must avoid. While many people focus on healthy foods, eating them alongside damaging substances renders them ineffective. Beyond obvious culprits like sugar and alcohol, there are hidden dangers. One is soy protein isolate, found in many processed diet foods. Although some research claims it is healthy, many people on high isolate diets for weight loss experience gallbladder issues and heaviness in the right lower abdomen. The liver thrives on whole foods, not highly refined, low-fat proteins that bear no resemblance to the original soybean. Seed oils are another major concern. These are highly processed using hexane, a solvent, and consist of refined omega-6 fatty acids that lead to oxidative stress and inflammation. These unnatural fats can even replace the healthy fats in your cells. Then there is high fructose corn syrup. It isn't made from the sweet corn we eat in the summer. It's made from dent corn or field corn, which is inedible and primarily used to fatten cattle. This corn undergoes a complex, multi-step process involving enzymes, acids, chemicals, and high heat until it no longer resembles corn. This substance has flooded the food supply since the late 1970s, appearing in ultra-processed junk foods. High fructose corn syrup is uniquely damaging because the majority of it must be processed by the liver, leading to inflammation, insulin resistance, abnormal blood fats, and a fatty liver. Refined starches like maltodextrin and modified food starch are also detrimental. These are often found in products marketed to children and adults alike, but they don't fit the true definition of food because they provide no real nourishment or lasting energy. They often make you tired, and any nutrients they contain are usually synthetic chemicals sprayed on at the end. Glucose syrup is another synthetic sugar that has largely replaced cane sugar in sodas and snacks. This highly synthesized sugar behaves differently in the body, and, when combined with GMO products in ultra-processed foods, sits at the top of the list for destroying liver function. To maintain a healthy liver, you must prioritize whole foods. When it comes to healthy fats, olive oil is excellent, as are medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs. MCT oils, found in grass-fed butter, are unique because they do not require bile for digestion, making them less stressful for the liver. Research even suggests MCTs help protect against fatty liver. Use high-quality extra virgin olive oil for salads and avoid seed oil-based dressings. For protein, wild-caught fish high in omega-3s is ideal because it is anti-inflammatory and liver protective. Organic pasture-raised eggs are also vital. The yolks contain high amounts of choline, which is essential for removing fat from the liver. A choline deficiency is a direct path to developing a fatty liver. Leafy green vegetables are necessary for their vitamin C, folate, magnesium, and potassium. They contain phytonutrients with powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Cruciferous vegetables are particularly beneficial, with radishes being perhaps the best for the liver due to their high sulfur compounds that activate phase 1 and phase 2 detoxification enzymes. These enzymes help break down toxic chemicals into harmless substances. Arugula is another great choice because its bitterness stimulates the liver. Brussels sprouts and cabbage are also excellent, as they support the connection between the gut's friendly bacteria and the liver. Probiotic foods like raw sauerkraut, kimchi, and kefir, especially goat or sheep kefir, are essential. Kefir is superior to yogurt because it contains more strains of friendly yeast and bacteria. Grass-fed and grass-finished meats like lamb, beef, or goat are also highly beneficial. Personal experience shows that high-quality meat supports liver health much better than processed alternatives, or even excessive nuts and seeds. Many years ago, I destroyed my own liver by consuming ultra-processed foods, including nightly sweetened margaritas and pints of ice cream. I lived on junk food, refined carbohydrates, pasta, and chips, which eventually led to a heavy, full feeling under my right rib cage and referred pain in my right shoulder. I didn't realize at the time that this was my gallbladder and liver struggling. It wasn't until I removed grains and cereal and replaced them with quality meat that the inflammation and brain fog finally vanished. It is important to distinguish between grass-fed beef and processed meats, which are often unfairly lumped together. Fake meat products, filled with soy isolates and modified starches, often cause bloating and irritation. If you are dealing with serious issues like cirrhosis, 2 supplements can be very helpful. Tocotrienols, a specific type of vitamin E, are excellent for liver support. 2-deca, a type of bile salt, helps keep the liver healthy and prevents the buildup of sludge. Taking 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon on an empty stomach can make a significant difference. Always research brands and reviews to find a high-quality product. Understanding the signs your body gives you, even through your feet, can help you diagnose and address liver issues before they become severe. New nhong kien tukve sukhoe, gan nai jan te joy kach ban, nhin hanchejo an uong hang ngai kua min. Hai jang ki theo doiver like a ken kwa chung toi. Chung toi jang kai kwat nhong sudat ve, I hokva sukhoe, ma joy ki, jabi bo kwa. Hoi gio trong mo tuong lai koe man, gai tu hom nai. Ko tang kien tuk tiep theo si, som juoch mo ra.